by Andrew Buckle. In this tutorial I'm just going to quickly show you how you can add new bevels to Illustrator, and now this is for CC 2014 on a Mac. Now it's obviously different on different versions, so here's for Adobe Illustrator CC 2014. Just go to that and right click and say show package contents, and once you've done that you'll actually notice it goes through and you find required section there. You go for resources, en_gb, and then bevels.ai. That's the file you want to actually add bevels for your extrude features. So now, slightly tricky to actually edit the file, mainly because obviously when you're using Illustrator you can't actually save to it, it actually rejects it. So the easiest way is to save the bevels.ai file, and I'm just going to go to a bevels.ai file. Here's the actual bevels.ai file. Here's the default set, so you've got a default set of things. Now you'll notice they're in the symbols over here. Symbols, you see these are the default ones: classic, complex, etc, etc. Well, I've added a few other additional ones for myself, so you can just basically just standard open pass. It's just an open pass, and then you can just drag that over, give it a name, wobbled I've called it, and etc. So you can just create a whole range of different ones. Now you can then of course just save it just as a normal file. Now save as, I've just basically the best way to do it, save as to the desktop as a bevels.ai file. Then you can go to the desktop and then copy that file from the desktop once you've closed Illustrator. So you close Illustrator down, bevels.ai file, and then you can just go over to here and copy it over here. Now if you're not an administrator, I'm not an administrator on my machine, I could be but I'm not, so you can just copy it over. It will ask you to authenticize the file, or basically you need the permissions to actually save it to this folder. Now it's en_gb, I'm in Britain, so you could be obviously en_us if you're in the US now, or any of the other ones. Now once you've actually saved it there, I would actually recommend also, before you maybe do a save of the bevels.ai file, is you just make a copy of that file beforehand. You can just obviously just go there and copy the file, so you've actually got a backup of it, so you can just save it somewhere else. So in case you corrupt it by accident and then you can't use it, that would be annoying as well. So it's best to actually always make a backup. Okay, so once you've actually done that, then, and I'm just going to go to an actual over here, and this is one I created. Just click there, extrude, and that's just a circle, just standard circle. And basically you can go through those, and you've got jaggy, there's the one I just saved, the wobbled, or valley high, which was an old school curved. So you can create all kinds of weird and wonderful, and obviously sometimes it takes more than a few seconds just to actually create this design. So, and it will just come up with at some point, depending on, it's not going to do it, it doesn't like it, but it does. And sometimes obviously depending on the resources of the machine, you'll actually create, there's a curvature, so you can actually create some really interesting sort of weird curves. And obviously it depends on the path. So if you've got a square path, it will result in a slightly different one, not so effective. But if you've got, say, like a circular or curved design, you can create some really weird sort of curved, distorted designs. And of course you can add more than just the ones I've created in the AI file. You can actually have a whole range of different files. So this extrude, you can actually add a whole range more down there. You could have a whole long list of different open paths. Anyway, I hope you found this quick tutorial of interest.